The Realme 3 is the successor to the Realme 2 and features an 6.2-inch display and HD+ resolution. It produces good colors and it's not bad under sunlight. The phone is powered by a MediaTek Helio P70 chipset with 3GB of RAM, which delivers good app and gaming performance. At the rear, there is a 13-megapixel camera and another 2-megapixel sensor. There is also 13-megapixel selfie camera on the front. This phone is based on Android 9 Pie, which looks sleek compared to the previous variants. On the battery section, it is powered by a 4230 mAh battery. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 6 Pro comes with 6.26-inch LCD touchscreen. The phone uses Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 chipset along with 6GB of RAM. This phone have dual camera setup at the back. At the rear there is a 12-megapixel camera along with another 5-megapixel depth sensor. On the front there is a 20-megapixel selfie camera. It runs Mi UI 9.0 based on Android 8.1 Oreo and comes with 64GB of internal storage, but you can expand it using microSD card up to 256GB. It is powered by a 4000 mAh battery and supports 10-watt fast battery charging. It was released in black, blue, rose gold and red colors. There is a 6.26-inch HD+ LCD panel with an aspect ratio of 19:9. On the imaging front, the Honor 8C features a 13-megapixel primary rear camera with an aperture of 1.8 and a 2-megapixel depth sensor with an aperture of 2.4. At the front, Honor 8C has an 8-megapixel fixed focus camera with an aperture of 2.0. Both the front and rear cameras feature single LED flashes. This phone has a 4000 mAh battery and runs EMUI 8.2. It is capable of 10-watt fast battery charging. This phone is powered by Qualcomm's new 14nm Snapdragon 632 chipset. There is also another variant with 4GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. The Realme U1 features a plastic body with a laminated back, which looks very nice. It has a 6.30-inch display. The phone is powered by a MediaTek Helio P70 chipset, which offers very good app and gaming performance. There are two rear cameras on the back. One is a 13-megapixel lens and another one is 2-megapixel sensor. At the front there is a 25-megapixel selfie camera. It runs ColorOS 5.2 based on Android 8.1 Oreo. Battery life is very good as the 3500 mAh battery easily lasts a full day on a single charge. The front has got a makeover where the company has incorporated a notch on top of the display. The notch resides the ambient light sensor and a 16-megapixel front camera that supports face unlock. The smartphone runs on Huawei's homegrown chipset Kirin 659 along with 3 or 4GB of RAM and internal storage. On the front there is a 5.84-inch display with full HD+ resolution and 19:9 aspect ratio. The back has a dual camera with 13-megapixel primary and 2-megapixel secondary sensor. The camera comes with tons of modes and features like portrait, group selfie, etc. The Honor 9N will arrive in midnight black, sapphire blue, lavender purple and robin egg blue. Realme C2 phone comes with a 6.1-inch HD+ display with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 for protection. It is powered by a MediaTek Helio P22 chipset. It has a dual camera setup at the back, which consists of a 13-megapixel primary camera and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. On the front there is a 5-megapixel selfie camera. Realme has packed a 4000 mAh battery, which delivers very good battery life. Infinix Hot 7 Pro smartphone was launched on 10th June 2019. The phone comes with a 6.19-inch touchscreen LCD display with a resolution of 720 by 1500 pixels and an aspect ratio of 19:9. Fingerprint scanner placed on the back side. This phone is powered by a 2 GHz octa-core MediaTek Helio P22 processor. It comes with 6GB of RAM. It is also powered by a 4000 mAh battery. As far as the cameras are concerned, on the rear there is a 13-megapixel primary camera with an 1.8 aperture and a second 2-megapixel camera. The rear camera setup has autofocus. On the front, the Infinix Hot 7 Pro packs a 13 megapixel primary camera with a 2.0 aperture and a second 2 megapixel camera. It runs XOS 5.0 based on Android 9 Pie and packs 64 GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 256 GB with a dedicated slot. It was launched in midnight black and aqua blue colors and have a metal body. The Realme 2 Pro features a tiny dewdrop notch on a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus display. The phone is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 and the top-end variant comes with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage, which is expandable. The rear 16 megapixel sensor shot good stills and 4K video too, although low light performance could be better. This phone is based on Android 8.1 Oreo. Gaming and app performance is good and the phone doesn't heat up too much. The 3500 mAh battery doesn't support fast charging but offers enough power to last a full day on one charge. The Galaxy M10 panel includes a 6.2-inch Infinity V TFT LCD panel. On the sides and the top of the M10 display has extremely narrow bezels. The Galaxy M10 has about 90% screen to body ratio. The Galaxy M10 is driven by 14nm based Exynos 7870 chipset, which is in the same league as Snapdragon 625. Samsung has packed the Galaxy M10 with dual rear cameras. Interestingly, instead of opting for more common depth sensor, Samsung decided to include an ultra-wide sensor. For the M10, Samsung went for a combination of 13 megapixel and 5 megapixel 120-degree wide sensors. Overall, the camera on the Galaxy M10 is perfectly apt for its price. In fact, it's better than what we had expected. With the Galaxy M10, Samsung has managed to offer a device that is at par with competition, if not better. The Xiaomi Redmi 7 was launched in 7th March 2019. It has 6.26-inch HD Plus screen which is immersive and will make media and games looks good. This phone has a Snapdragon 632 chipset with 4 GB of RAM. On the rear there is a 12 megapixel primary camera along with another 2 megapixel depth sensor. On the front there is a 8 megapixel selfie camera. It runs on Android 9.0 Pie and powered by a 4000 mAh battery. Overall, the Redmi 7 is a very strong device that delivers solid performance.